homeschool moms. Welcome to this week's episode of the Homeschool Well Podcast with Kim and Jenny.
Hello.
It is the last week in July of 2026. August already coming. What's happening?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
When August happens, then it's Christmas.
Right? Yikes.
Yes.
Don't say that yet. But anyway, we have been focused on testing, all things assessments and testing in July. And for this last episode, it just really wraps it all up in a bow because it is how to use these test results, these observations you've been taking, how to use that information to choose the right curriculum. That's right, the right curriculum. I want to say right, because here's a big mistake about how homeschool parents get sucked in to buying curriculum sometimes. And Jenny and I have been there, so we're not judging, okay? But here's some mistakes in choosing curriculum based on friends' recommendations, Facebook groups, pretty covers and designs and names. The good and the beautiful. Oh, it's so fun. We've done so many evaluations, and when they say, I have the most beautiful curriculum, but it's just not, we know exactly which one it is. But it is beautiful. We're not knocking it. It just might not be good for your specific child. Okay, here's a couple more that are mistakes on how to choose curriculum. Influencers, that's right. TikTok and Instagram reels, not necessarily the best way to just go out and buy whatever they say without even considering what your child is doing. Please don't. And, oh boy, I'm so convicted about this one. Sales, like for us, it was a used book sale that we used to have in our community every August. And I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. It's such a deal. Or at the fantabulous homeschool conventions where there's a zillion things to buy and you just, especially like the last 2 hours, you like haven't bought anything. So you like just impulse buy something where it's like, oh my gosh, this is my story, girl. I just need something. I need this thing. This is going to be it. This is it. This is going to be great. And then after all of that, 6 months or maybe even 3 months later, or possibly at the end of the next month, you're like, okay, this curriculum is not working. This is a problem. Well, the problem might not be that it's just the curriculum. It's just not the right fit for where your child is academically or their learning style or your family's homeschool style. All these things need to be taken into consideration before you pull the trigger and make a purchase on curriculum. But we want to encourage you. It's going to be okay. And you got to know there isn't one perfect curriculum. There just isn't. There is a curriculum that is a better fit for your child right now, but that also might change. The Saxon season, I think that is a real thing. There is a Saxon season for a lot of families. And once they hit...
It's great when they're little. And then as soon as they hit fifth grade...
We hear a lot of trouble. Not with everybody. Some people are all Saxon seasons all the time. Yeah. But that's just one example that I just thought of about how, you and your kids are going to go through seasons of which curriculum fits your life and where you're at that time. And the goal isn't to find the curriculum that everyone else loves or even that fits everyone if you have multiple children, every one of your kids. That's a hard task to focus on one curriculum that you are always going to use every single year. Oof. The goal is to find the curriculum that meets your children where they are at that moment in time and that helps them grow. Now, these assessments that we've been talking about and this testing, these results can help give you confidence in choosing the curriculum instead of leaving you guessing. And we have a great scripture for this because ultimately, when we're talking to God, we're teaching for Jesus, He's going to cover up all the things for us, right? We're going to ask Him what His best plans are for us. He's going to give us guidance and wisdom. And Proverbs 16:9 says it like this: we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. Just praying for insight from Him and enlightenment is the best thing, because he's going to open doors and bring the curriculum in front of your face that, you know what I mean? Like you'll be like, okay, I keep seeing this or keep hearing about this reading curriculum. Maybe this is a God nod and I need to check it out. That kind of thing. We love that scripture though. Thank you, Proverbs.
And I have that on my phone right now. That's my, screen. My
the
home
wallpaper.
screen, whatever it's called. That very thing. This is one of the ones that we have given out on our Friday freebies. We have some of these scripture things that we give out, and I have that on my phone right now, actually. It's funny that we use that. We can make our plans, and the Lord determines our steps. So we want to give you some practical help in making your plans and asking the Lord for help in this, and asking him to reveal things to you about your kids so that you know what kind of curriculum would work best for them, and using all of the knowledge that you've gathered. If you listened to our podcast last week, this anecdotal records that you have jotted down some things on your kids along the way. You can use all of this information along with their assessments to help you find some curriculum that would work for your kids. Tip number 1, you can ask yourself, is my child working at above or below grade level? That would determine what level of curriculum you need. If you just gave them a test and they scored 98th percentile in math, you may be needing something that's above grade level for that child, or that has enriching activities. It's good to look at all of these things and know, so that you have an idea what level they'll be working at. The second question you can ask yourself are, what are my child's strengths? You want to look for a curriculum that builds on those strengths while still providing an appropriate challenge for them. If you've listened to our podcast before, you've heard us talk about this a lot. And one quick example is my son, who loved fishing. So I used that as one of his writing assignments. He had to write about a fishing topic that he was very passionate about.
But he wasn't passionate about writing. But because the writing topic was this fishing thing, he got it done and was excited about it. So
right.
That's a way to align your child's strengths and interests with the curriculum.
The third thing to ask yourself is, where are the learning gaps? A curriculum might need to include built-in review, additional practice, or slower progression, or you may need to supplement in some way to add in some extra practice in a different way. Like if your kid needs something different, you need to find something that they would do well with.
I have an example for that. If they don't necessarily like looking at a book and reading it in their hands, that's where you can add the audiobooks. That's what I did a lot.
Yes. The fourth tip is to ask yourself, what learning style fits my child? So you need to consider things like, are they hands-on, or do they love working in workbooks? Do they like literature-rich curriculum, or do they like traditional textbooks? Are they able to independently work on things, or does everything need to be teacher-led for them? Or maybe they just need a teacher to help in some subjects and not others. Maybe in others they're able to go through and do it themselves. And another factor to consider actually is the curriculum spiral-based, where it's constantly coming back and reviewing over and over. With math especially, they do this. Like if your child forgets a lot and has a hard time remembering, maybe they need a curriculum like that. Versus, is it more like a unit approach where they're learning, let's say, all about fractions in one unit, and then it goes to the next one, all about geometry, or, whatever. So that's a good thing to look at too when you're looking at which type is best for your child. The fifth and final tip is, does this curriculum support my goals? So think about whether your priorities are mastery of certain things, or flexibility, or enrichment for your child, or maybe there's things where they just need to be independent. And so does the curriculum help that? Or are they college prep or whatever? So you need to think about the goals right now that your child has, and does this curriculum support them?
Those are some powerful questions to ask yourself. Can I review them real quick?
I think that's a great idea.
Number 1, is my child working at, above, or below grade level? Number 2, what are my child's strengths? Number 3, where are the learning gaps? Number 4, what learning style fits my child? Number 5, does this curriculum support my goals? And as always, if this is just got you spinning around and feeling overwhelmed, because it is a lot, You need our help, and we have it. Not only do we have our online community for support, we have a perfect piece that could be part of your curriculum for the upcoming school year that does help you fill in the gaps. It's called The Exact Path with the Learning Path activities. If you've listened to our podcast, you've heard us talk about this before. And the beginning of the year is the perfect time to add this into your weekly curriculum. It is 3 diagnostic tests throughout the school year that tell you exactly where your kiddo is functioning and performing on math and language arts. And in between those diagnostics, there are online interactive activities for them to complete. Research shows 40 minutes a week gives great progress for students. So you could do 10 minutes a day for 4 days a week. Something like that built into your schedule from the beginning of the year with the diagnostics, and no time needs to be spent on planning. It's all there. Your kiddos just log in, they do the learning activities, you get to decide when they take their diagnostics, and the program creates the activities that are best suited for each of your children. We've been very excited about this program. We know it'll be beneficial and fruitful, especially in regards to what we're talking about today with choosing your curriculum. I think it will kind of take the pressure off. So to find out more about that, go to thehomeschoolwell.com/testing. Click on The Exact Path for all the details. Do not hesitate to reach out to us via email, and we will answer any questions that you have. And thanks for listening today. Tune in next week for another new episode of the Homeschool Well Podcast. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.